On Capitol Hill, Democrats' latest effort to expand voting access and protections, as we've been telling you, failed on Wednesday. Party leaders insist their effort is still possible. Joe Khalil is in Washington, D.C. to explain the new bipartisan strategy taking shape. So, Joe, there are still options on the table. Is that what you're telling us?
Yeah, there are. I mean, Democrats know very clearly that these voting rights bills, at least right now, are not going to pass. So they are pivoting. And Republicans like this alternative idea about reforming how the election is counted at the end. So this wouldn't address any of the issues Democrats have been talking about on the front end with voting. But what it would do is put safeguards in on the back end so that it would be much harder to throw out or dismiss or reject legitimate election results because of any sort of false claims about fraud or anything else.
Democrats failed to pass their voting rights bills. So what comes next? Momentum is building for an alternative plan, one that so far has support from both parties.
I do think that Mitt is a serious guy. I think we can get things done. I predict to you they'll get something done on the electoral reform side of this.
President Biden's referring to the Electoral Count Act, a law dating back to 1887. It lays out how Congress finalizes presidential elections and puts the vice president in charge of overseeing it.
Sufficient declaration of the person's elected president.
On January 6th, it was this law that allowed lawmakers to challenge the election results in various states.
This is the appropriate place for these concerns to be raised.
Senator Mitt Romney tells NewsNation that Republicans are willing to work with Democrats to update the law, clarifying the role of the vice president and making it harder to overturn legitimate election results.
I think the advantage of this moment is that the vice president is a Democrat. So hopefully Republicans recognize that clarifying the role of the vice president is in our interest.
But some Democratic leaders have pushed back, saying this is no replacement for their voting rights bills.
What we've said is it's no substitute for dealing with voting rights. We should not give our Republican colleagues an out to let them say that they've solved these issues of voting rights.
House Republican leader Kevin McCarthy says working with Democrats to reform the law is worthwhile. He told NewsNation doing so is not an indictment of Republicans who challenged and questioned the election results in 2020.
Is that, in a way, an acknowledgement that some members of the conference either abused or at least tried to get around it last year?
I think the end of your question, first, no.
So Senator Romney told me that that bipartisan group is meeting again virtually Monday to discuss details. And he says that right now there are more than a dozen Republicans and Democrats in the Senate at least working on this. There's no immediate presidential election, so the timing isn't exactly, a deadline, but certainly something they're working on right now, Adrienne.
Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to click on the red subscribe button below so you can get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.